At last, John's violent journey, fueled by vengeance and grief, ultimately leads him to a fateful confrontation with his former employers, the crime masters that forced him into exile. And as the blood-stained vendetta to destroy those who pull the strings continues, old companions face the brutal consequences of friendship. And all-powerful, well-connected adversaries emerge to bring Wick's head on a platter. But talk is cheap, now guns have the final say. Can Baba Yaga, the grim messiah of death, make every bullet count in this bloody, once and for all struggle for freedom? In New York City, John Wick prepares to exact his revenge against the High Table while hiding underground with the Bowery King. He travels to Morocco and kills the elder, the one who sits above the table. In response, the Marquis Vincent de Gramont, a senior member of the High Table, summons New York Continental Hotel manager Winston and his concierge, Charon. De Gramont advises Winston that the entire High Table has given him unlimited resources to find and kill John Wick. He chastises Winston for his failure to assassinate John. As punishment, de Gramont strips Winston of his duties as manager, declares him excommunicado, has the Continental destroyed, and executes Charon. De Gramont then travels to Paris and enlists Kane, a blind, retired High Table assassin and old friend of John's, to kill him, threatening to murder Kane's daughter otherwise. John takes refuge at the Osaka Continental, run by his friend Shimazu Koji. De Gramont's assassins, led by his right-hand man Chitty, arrive with Kane to kill John. Akira, Koji's daughter and the hotel's concierge, orders the hotel evacuated and joins her father, John, and the hotel staff in fighting off the High Table's assassins, leading to Akira being wounded. In his escape, John fights off another wave of assassins, followed by Kane. They are interrupted by a tracker, a term for a bounty hunter, who calls himself Mr. Nobody. He lets John go after deciding the contract money to be insufficient. Akira also escapes, but Kane kills Koji. John returns to New York and meets with a vengeful Winston at Charon's gravesite. Winston suggests that John challenge de Gramont to a duel, as winning will free him of his obligation to the High Table. For the table's traditions, John can only request a duel on behalf of a crime family, as he previously severed his ties to the Ruska Roma. John travels to their headquarters in Berlin to rejoin the syndicate. His adoptive sister Keisha agrees to bring John back in exchange for him killing Killa, a German High Table senior who murdered her father. John infiltrates Killa's nightclub, but Killa, already informed of the hit on him by Kane, sets up an ambush via a rigged poker match. John escapes and kills Killa, taking one of his golden teeth as a trophy, and regains his status in the Ruska Roma. John then formally challenges de Gramont through Winston, who also requests the New York Continental rebuilt with him reinstated as manager should John Wick. In Paris, John and de Gramont decide the parameters of their duel in a meeting moderated by the Harbinger, the table's emissary. De Gramont nominates a reluctant Kane to fight in his place. The duel is to take place with dueling pistols on the following sunrise at Sacré-Cœur. The Harbinger informs John that both he and Winston will be executed should he fail to appear on time. The Bowery King arrives in Paris to give John a weapon and a new ballistic suit. De Gramont attempts to prevent John from arriving at the duel by placing a $26 million bounty on him. John fights off hordes of assassins on his way to Sacré-Cœur, including Mr. Nobody, who negotiates the bounty with de Gramont up to $40 million, but stops hunting John after he saves the tracker's dog from being killed by Chitty. Kane aids John in fighting his way up the stairs leading to the Sacré-Cœur. Chitty nearly kills John, but is killed by a vindictive Mr. Nobody. John and Kane narrowly reach the summit in time for the duel. Each inflicts serious wounds on the other through 3 rounds of dueling, with the 3rd round ending with John being mortally wounded but not firing his 3rd round. Demanding the right to administer the coup de grace, de Gramont swaps places with Kane for the 4th round, but John, with his still-chambered gun, shoots and kills him. The Harbinger grants Kane and John their freedom. surprise appearance at a panel headlined by director Chad Stahelski to reveal the first teaser trailer for John Wick.